All right, guys, I wanted to share with you this morning, good morning, about this. I was looking up about January 31st, and I just happened to type in January 31st and Jesus, and this article came up. And I know how we're still in 2017 because the Roman calendar, the Julian calendar was there before the Gregorian calendar, and it was actually there around the time that Christ was alive, before Christ was alive. So the Julian calendar is almost accurate, almost, but it's not Yahuwah's calendar, but it's almost accurate. And so I'm gonna read to you some things because in the Julian calendar, Christmas is on January 7th, and January 7th just happens to start the age of Aquarius. And it says here that the birth of Jesus Christ, Roman Julian calendar, January 31st. And he's going to explain how he got to that. And he said the birth year of Jesus Christ is much of a disagreement by scholars. And some even purpose that he was born in 6 BC. And it says there's no doubt from ancient records that Herod the Great died in 4 BC. Joseph records a lunar eclipse that occurred shortly before Herod's death that astronomers tell us occurred in early morning of March 13th. Okay. And it says, so anxious to move Christ's birth near the date when astronomers said that there was a conjunction of the planets in the sky to form a superstar to propose a birth of the date 6 BC, 2 years before Herod, bases on the following passage. Matthew 2 and 16, when Herod realized that he had been outwitted by the Magi, he was furious and he gave them orders to kill all the boys in Bethlehem and his vicinity who were 2 years old and under. Okay, so it says here he would have told them if the soldiers would have known the ages of children, he would have told them between 22 months and 26 months, but he wasn't taking no chances, so he said everybody under the ages of 4. And so this guy says that the actual day of Jesus Christ's birth is subject to much speculation. That the Western Church picked December 25th and the Eastern Church picked January 6th. It was really January 7th. But there's no record of whether the date is picked out of oral tradition or religious expediency. I believe that they were fairly close to a real date. And he goes on to talk about he believes that from when the soil is immediately after the rainy season stops, the grass dies because the flocks are moved into the hills in the winter to use limited time. They can graze there. Winters are relatively mild in Judea, and I have since personally witnessed flocks grazing in the hills of Judea in the dead of winter. So he believes that the birth of Jesus occurred on January 31st, 4 BC. And just so happens on January 31st, we have a lunar eclipse. And it's crazy that Yeshua said that he's coming when the locusts come. And I keep telling everybody I seen a red supermoon when the locusts come. And there's going to be a red super blood moon lunar eclipse on January 31st, which this guy is actually saying is the birth. You understand what I'm saying? So he's saying that this is the birth, January 31st. Okay? And he said he was led to this day. So that's why I'm still telling you guys we're in the 9th month, because he brings up about Haggai chapter 2, and we know that Zerubbabel on the 9th month, the 24th day, we know that we're starting to get into the times, and then in the 10th month, Esther. And this guy is really, I mean, I would have never found this article if I was not looking for the days that are getting ready to come up. Like I told you guys, we're in the 9th month. Okay? We're in the 9th month, and the 9th month, the 24th day, which is also 9/11, which is January 11th, something will happen this day. I don't know what's going to happen, but something is going to happen this day. And so if you look, January 7th is the age of Aquarius, and it happens to be Christ's birthday on the Julian calendar, and that their New Year's Eve is on the 13th. And also Satan's New Year. Okay? So the 10th is 9/23, okay? And in my dream, I kept seeing 12, 12, 21, 22. So I'm just wondering if that have something to correlate with that, the 21 and then 22, the 21st being the 8th day, of Hanukkah. And this lady just had a dream. She seen 125 in her dream, and which is getting close to 131, which I have here as the 5th trumpet, but I believe between now and January 31st, people are going to start to disappear. And I really believe that the UFOs will be here by then, because obviously the locust is the blood moon eclipse locust. This means the bottomless pit is open. So in my dream, there was no one there. The buildings and everything was empty. Remember, there's only going to be a remnant. And the reason why I'm telling you guys this, because I don't know if you can see me. Yahuwah told me that he wasn't coming on the clouds to get me. He was coming to get me before the clouds. So if I don't go on the clouds, that means I go on the great escape. And that everything doesn't happen until after the 31st. But by the 31st, there's going to be no people left. For some reason, that all the people were gone. I don't know if they got on spaceships or what. But about time the red moon happened, okay, and the sky was pink, purple, and yellow. And I was just watching this guy's video where he said that the yellow in the sky meant the gases, meant sulfur is when the bottomless pit is open. And I remember when the bottomless pit is open, that means that there is the locust, and there's also the fallen ones. And the fallen ones are here at that time. So I really believe that something is going to seriously happen. I mean, not only are we in the age of Aquarius, but Noah, Uranus, the flood ends, um, the meteor showers. I really believe that something is going to happen on the 31st. It's a red moon. Um, my son did a video back over a year ago, and see, all visions and dreams is not from the Lord. Some are from the devil. And I remember that I went back to some of my son's visions and dreams that I wrote in the comments of the videos and stuff that I placed online, and in the videos was saying that he was talking about a red moon, and that there were three super moons. And I know that there's another supermoon coming up on January 31st, and it just happens to be a red one. And then, not even 2 weeks later, there's a partial solar eclipse that's going to happen in February. In February, we do not have a full moon. We don't get one again until March. So it reminds me of the scripture where it says, the moon shall not give its light. And there will not be no moon as far as for February, full moon. And I just find it weird. I just find it really weird. And I find it weird that where it says that Yahshua was in the temple at the end, it was winter, and it was the Feast of Dedication. Well, we know that the Feast of Dedication is at the end of the year, and on the Julian calendar at the end of the year, literally is going to be the 24th of the 9th month on the 11th of January. Then you have Hanukkah come the 12th, which is the first day. And then it goes until, because it goes in the 12th through the 13th is the first day. So I'm looking for Hanukkah to be done around the 19th, the 20th, and the 21st, depending on which day that it was started, because it's discrepancies of when the new moon really was this month, or was it by default or whatever. And so I think I still have that wrong. I think this is the 7th day of Hanukkah, or maybe it's the 8th. Okay. Yeah. The 7th day of Hanukkah actually falls on a Sabbath day, and the 18th, which is the 8th day of Hanukkah, is also the first day of Tevet, and that's a part of the Sabbath too, because the Sabbath goes from Wednesday to Thursday, and this is all about the dragon coming, guys. I'm not saying that the rapture is going to happen. I'm just showing you from, the Father wants me to show you that we're still in 2017, and that the dragon is due to come. He has to come by January 31st, but I'm sounding the alarm that he is here already, because he is here and he's playing a game, and I want everyone to make it. And if you can see, it's 7:01 at the top, a.m. And I want everybody to make it. I even want to make it. I mean, I pray that I escape and that I'm not running to my life to get to the holy mountain, because it's here. It's here on this earth. The holy mountain is here. Do not leave and go in spaceships. It's not even safe to be out at night anymore. It's not safe nowhere. So I really believe that some major things are going to happen next week. I'm very positive that something is going to happen on 9/11. And it's just so crazy that it's the ninth month. You understand what I'm saying? And on our calendar, it's an 11. But it's actually the 24th of the ninth month. And it's just crazy that Christmas and New Year's Eve, Satanic New Year's Eve, Julian calendar New Year's Eve, is also at the year's